Not a single joke was told in this episode. Great job, Marvel. Alright, so what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? I'm Sanjay.
I'm Tia.
And this episode was pretty amazing to me. I liked it a lot.
I did too.
Positives?
Let's see. It was a great story. Lots of action.
Non-stop.
And I was kind of hyped to see Queen Ramonda get into some action on the battlefield. I thought that shit was dope to see her do that.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Suited and booted to avenge her son, you know.
I agree. That was pretty dope.
What'd you think about the positives?
Shit, I liked everything, just about everything about it, I'll say that. You know, I did have one little gripe with it, but yeah, as far as the positives, shit, I thought it was good. I thought it was well paced. Thought the action was nice. The voice acting was good. I think Michael B. Jordan killed it. I mean, Killmonger was Killmonger. In every sense of the word. I mean, shit, he did his job. He did his thing. As for the rest of the voice cast, I think they were good too. I think everybody did a good job on their voices. I think they did a good job overall. As far as negatives, what you got to say on that?
Shuri is so young on here. That shit threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
How we, looking at her. But, she was still acting like Shuri, whatever, but
she just looked like a fucking child, man. I didn't realize how much of a child she was until the scene where she ended up in Pepper's office.
Yeah.
And the way, how small she was compared to Pepper, I was like, dude, what is she, 11? Like, what did they do to Shuri? Don't get me wrong. The chick that plays her ain't no huge chick or nothing like that, but she is definitely a grown-ass woman, and they made her look like a smooth kid in this. But, that's a nitpick. That's
totally a nitpick.
That's a nitpick.
Another nitpick would be...
What? The politics?
Yeah.
But
that's just a preference, I guess. Seeing as how this is a what if and whatever type of situation.
Yeah.
It's just not for me to be having in my shit, but...
I'll put it like this. Look, I understand that, the politics, the political aspect, as far as Killmonger and how he feels about America and being oppressors and all that stuff. That's true to the character in the MCU. So I get it. I just really don't like when they add this type of shit in what is supposed to be an escapist fantasy. You get what I mean? But that's just me. I feel like this type of shit is supposed to be escapism. When they start adding real world problems into shit like this, to me it just kind of takes away from it. But that's just me, or us, I should say. That's just us. Other than that, though, I thought the episode was excellent. I really thought it was very well done, but I really hate that political shit being inside of everything. I wish he would have had like different motivations. You know what I mean? Like the revenge for his father and all of that is cool, but I just felt like they didn't have to add all the political shit in there. But anyway, that's just the way I feel about that.
Overall, I think this was tied for best episode so far with episode 3.
Yeah, definitely.
And, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's totally solid. It's a solid episode, with just a couple of personal gripes for me, So,
Same here.
Besides that, though, everything was...
On the up and up.
On the up and up. I was totally into it.
No jokes.
I was able to ride this ride, and this episode was proof as to, a lot of people seem to ask me, why are villains my favorite in any story or movie or whatever? Like, I love a good villain. Like,
hell yeah.
Them motherfuckers are fucking awesome. And Killmonger is like, the way they did him,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
He was a chess player. Like, this guy thinks like how I like to think, like he was ahead of the game.
Yeah,
I appreciate a good villain like this will keep you on your toes, and even if you are on your toes, you still miss it.
I feel like that's what Marvel needs, is a lot of good villains. Because I don't really think they have a couple good villains, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they need more villains like of this caliber. Because DC got some pretty iconic ass villains, but I always felt like Marvel was kind of lacking in the villain department. But the way that they have reinvented Killmonger, I think is great. I think they did a good job with his reinvention, besides the politics. But other than that, I think he's a dope ass villain. Now he's dope.
His thought process is could you imagine all the shit he had to think and consider and plan out properly before he even came to contact with Tony?
Right.
Which was in the beginning of the episode, which set everything off as far as we know. You know what I'm saying? But he was way far ahead of all this shit. That shit is fucking awesome.
Yeah. He's dope. He's definitely dope.
So yes, out of 10, it's an 8.
Yep, I would agree with that. It is definitely an 8.
Is that it, baby?
That's it for me.
Bye.
Peace.